So Tears of the Kingdom has been out since Friday, and it looks like everybody loves it. It's currently sitting at 88 critic reviews that have been combined for a 96, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. That is an impressive score for a game. The user score is also pretty high. You got an 8.6 based on 2,874 ratings. It's pretty impressive in my opinion. So it seems like most people enjoy this game. I've played a couple hours of it. It's going to take me a long time to beat it. And that's because, well, I'm just busy. And, I mean, it took me 2 months just to get through Resident Evil 4 Remake. So it's going to probably take me a long time to beat this game. But that's okay. There's no game I'd rather be playing than this, to be honest, right now. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I've played and beaten just about every single one of them. The only one I never beat was the second one. I don't like that game. And that's fine if you disagree with me, but I'm just not a fan of the second Zelda. I've beaten every other Zelda game, from the handhelds, though, to all of the systems. Except for the CDI ones. I've never played those. Do you even count those, actually? I mean, do you even count those in the main series? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't have any desire to play those games. Now, there's one mixed score for this series. It comes from Gfinity. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom review. These tears are salty. The follow-up to a divisive modern masterpiece struggles to cater to those who miss its roots. I can't tell you if that's right or wrong. I can tell you that the Breath of the Wild game definitely didn't follow a lot of the mainline things that a Zelda game does. I thought the dungeons were fairly short, the main ones. But overall, I did enjoy that game quite a bit. Played 120 total hours of that game. But, I mean, I think this review is a 6 out of 10 at the end of the day, which is still not that bad, to be honest. So, I mean, that's fine. I didn't look over this too much. We can kind of just check out the quick points here. If you've yet to step a foot into the open world of Hyrule, Tears of the Kingdom is the best way to experience it, with just enough new ground to keep things interesting. But if you didn't gel with the 2017 release, the story alone might not be worth the second attempt. Okay, not that bad. I mean, just doesn't like the game. And that's the point of reviews. You can go read another review if you don't like this one. But there's one outlet that is outright celebrating that this breaks the perfect 10s for this game. And this is the only mixed review, by the way, as you can see here. An 87 positive, 1 mixed, 0 negative. There's actually more negativity coming from the audience, as you can see here, with 345 negative reviews from audiences. That's kind of crazy. That might be worth looking at for another video. But there is an outlet celebrating that one person didn't like the game as much as others, and that's, of course, Kotaku. It's good that there's a 6 out of 10 Zelda review score. Unanimous praise is boring and, quite frankly, unhealthy. Now, if this was from any other review website, I would kind of agree that, everyone praising the game is kind of suspicious. But I want to point out that this review was not written with good intentions. This is from Luke Plunkett, probably the saltiest person out there about Zelda, because he complained, along with some other people from Kotaku, if you remember, that Zelda didn't get mailed to them for free like every other outlet. I've done a couple videos on this. Kotaku is blacklisted from not only Nintendo, a lot of other websites don't give Kotaku any kind of access. And for good reason. Kotaku is a trash gaming website. Nobody goes here for real opinions. But it's even more funny that Luke Plunkett is writing this, Because if you remember, Luke Plunkett is the guy that wished death on Nintendo for not sending them a review copy of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's a little extreme, right? But you have to remember that Luke is probably a far-left extremist, like an Antifa type. Antifa people put bike locks in socks and beat people over the head with them for not agreeing with them. This is a factual thing that has happened. Antifa people will literally bash your head in for not agreeing with them on political points. So the fact that an extremist far-lefter like Luke Plunkett would wish death on Nintendo for not sending them a review copy doesn't blow me away. And to be fair, he didn't explicitly wish death on them. He actually tried to come out and turn that around, but it doesn't look very normal to me. It looks really weird. This is what he shared. For the record, this is how I feel about publisher Blacklist. This is a picture of a guy from World War II in his fighter pilot jet and his confirmed kill count. Of course, you'll notice at the top that he has taken out 6 Imperial Japan ships, or planes, I'm sorry. So, kind of a weird comparison there. From an outside perspective looking in, it looks like he's wishing Nintendo death for blacklisting Kotaku. So this guy's a little unhinged, and he's very obsessed with Amaranth, by the way. He's written several articles on Amaranth. Wouldn't be surprised if he's a high-paying member of her chat and OnlyFans, but that being said, let's move forward here. So he's been very vocal about Nintendo and Zelda. Very petty. As you know, Kotaku's and journalistic integrity is a 404 not found. That was a real sign at a convention. But here's another employee bitching about not getting a review copy of the game. And then, of course, Thursday, this was published. It's good that there's a 6 out of 10 Zelda review score by the salty Luke Plunkett. So he's writes a whole article on this. And it's not because he's glad that there's a diverse way of thinking in this game. There's some original thought. Someone didn't like the game, so they gave it a 6 out of 10. No, he's doing it because he doesn't like Nintendo or Zelda. And I guarantee you, when this game is eventually reviewed by Kotaku, because it's going to take a while, because remember, they didn't get an advanced copy, they'll give it a bad review score. In fact, I'm going to say that they'll probably give it a 5 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10. Because why would they give it a good review? They hate Nintendo. So, I like doing these videos because I like pointing out that Kotaku is a garbage website, and this is just more childish bullshit from them, which is exactly what this is. They're just mad that they're blacklisted. Why would you be blacklisted? I mean, it couldn't be because you write articles about disability slurs in Super Smash Brothers, or the fact that you gave out ways for Nintendo Dread to be pirated before the game even came out. Metroid Dread is already running great on Switch emulators. Only days after its release, you can play the game in 4K using an emulator. This was done to be salty about Nintendo blacklisting them. Hey, here's every piece of information you need to get an emulator and steal this new Metroid game that honestly you shouldn't be stealing because we barely get any Metroid games, so you should be supporting it so that Nintendo makes another Metroid game. But no, Kotaku says, here you can steal from Nintendo, here's how to do it. And then they complain that Nintendo blacklists them. Anyway, if you're playing this game, let me know how you feel about it. What are your thoughts on it? Tell me in the comments how you feel about Kotaku and their gaming news. Let me know in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.